Phokus Research Group makes these really high speed, if you will, inserts for plate carriers. They make ones that go in your leg. They make them for law enforcement. They've got the tear directional ones. We're going to get into that. Okay. They've got innovative products like the wound cube. Okay. They got a lot of really, really cool, innovative things going out. Now, if you don't know about them, I want to say it's a current or retired Navy SEAL, hence the frog logo. Pretty cool. Frogman, Navy SEAL. Pretty cool. Guys doing it better, man. Guys that have done some things in places of the world where most people won't ever want to go, don't ever want to be. First-hand knowledge, boots on the ground, okay? So, as you guys know, I have a lot of kit, okay? Just like you, I do the same thing, okay? I've got this plate carrier, this bag. I've got my truck kit. I've got my grab-and-go kit. I've got my zombie kit. We all have stuff. But the one thing that's really important to me is when the rubber hits the road, in an emergency situation, when I most likely need it, do I have that equipment on me? Do I have that stuff? Again, mission specific. So in my line of work, obviously, most of the time, if something really bad happens, probably going to be running a plate carrier, right? So without getting too far into the specifics, I've got different kit for different stuff. We've gone through that. Here is a S-Tac setup that I made with a bunch of stuff on it. Some of you be like, dude, that's crazy. You know, the standard military loadout was 210 rounds. For those of you that play Call of Duty, there's a reason there's 210 rounds in your gun. It's because you got 5 spare mags and 1 in the gun. Or 6, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mags and 1 in the gun. You remember back in the day, you saw those old crappy plate carriers with like the malice clips or whatever, and it was 2 mags, 2 mags, 2 mags, and 1 in the rifle? That's where that loadout came from. That's what was believed at a specific point in time that you needed to have to sustain. So this is my, like, God forbid the world ends and I have nothing else, no backpacks. I've got emergency medical. I've got fire stuff in here. I can make a fire. I can filter water if I can get a fire going, obviously. I've got this. Is this what I want hanging off the front of my plate carrier? No, it sucks. But if that specific scenario happened, I have something set up for it. So why did I tell you that? Because in law enforcement, okay, active shooter, responsible citizen, civilian, security, private sector, you're probably going to be running a plate carrier. But let's say I've met people that actually prefer to run their slick and have like their kid on their leg or their kid on their back or their kid here, their kid there. Everybody's got different kits in different places. So when seconds count, I kind of, what do you do? So one of the things that a lot of military guys, a lot of the higher speed guys do is they run these Phokus research kits. So if you've got your plate carrier on and you're wounded, okay? If you've got a tourniquet on your person and it's right here, that's for you, okay? The one on my kit's usually for me. I'm gonna take yours off you and use it on you, right? So what you do is, let's see, I don't know if the camera can see that. What you do is you take your flap out here, right? Open this up. And I pull my flap. It's a lot easier when I'm not trying to hold it too. I pull my flap open and I can just pull out my Phokus Research medical kit, okay? So now I've got this in my plate carrier. I've got it in my black one that stays in my patrol vehicle. I've got it in this one that stays on my person or my personal vehicle, okay? You open this up, it's water resistant. They do make ones that are waterproof, a little pricey, but you get what you pay for. Combat gauze, Z-fold bandages, elastic bandages, occlusive dressings, 14 gauge needles, decompression, NPA with 550, nitrile gloves, casualty cards, Sharpie marker, safety pins. And I usually tune these up a little bit. Not that those guys don't know what they're doing. They do. But again, they don't know what I'm doing. They've got their kit set up specifically for this. Law enforcement, they've kind of got this kit set up, okay? This is a advanced first responders kit. Okay, so they've got a lot of the guesswork taken out of it for you. You might have 1 or 2 things that you need to put in, but in case you don't know, a lot of law enforcement guys sweat, constantly sweat. Body armor that doesn't come on and off, you just have this on you, and when it's hot, you're miserable. When it's cold, you're miserable. You just have this on you. So that's why I believe that they made it to where this one is, you pull it off, you use it one time, okay? You get what you need to get done, and then you replace your kit, okay? So that being said, Very cool kit for law enforcement. They've taken the guesswork out of it. Which is where we go to the wound cube, okay? Phokus Research Group has this really, really, really cool cube. Most people, taking a step back, that are gun guys, that have their little AR-15s, and they have their plate carriers, they got nods. The next time you see one of those dudes, I want you to look them dead in the face, and I want you to say, when's the last time you handled the GSW? And if they look at you funny, ask them to see their medical kit. Just ask them. See if they'll let you see it. Okay? Now, hopefully you don't get punched in the face. But the reason I tell you that is not everything you see or not everyone you see, not everything is what meets the eye. Okay? Just because you saw somebody one time or you watched a video, responding to victims of trauma, whatever it is, you don't know how to do this stuff, okay? Phokus Research Group has this wound cube for that reason. If you look in there, you see that little red tack that they include with their kit? That's the simulated area where you're going to have an arterial bleed. So how would you know? Are you going to be timid if you see an area where it's just leaking blood and just squirting out from an arterial bleed? Do you just punch your finger down all the way onto it with gauze and punch it in? Do you punch around the area? Do you just hold it on top? These are things you have to know. So when you can buy one of these and you can train and you can build those skill sets up, you can do it blindfolded. You might be in a situation where you can't see, okay? The station fire, Great White. Go look that up online. It's a nightmare. 13 seconds in, 30 seconds in, it's just black smoke. People couldn't see to get to the exit. They were stepping on each other, okay? Let's say, God forbid, you had a situation like that where it's not black smoke, but it's a dust cloud, an explosion goes off, and your buddy's screaming, and you don't know why he's screaming. Can you turn around and okay, well, we've got a long wound. I could feel that there's a pretty good wound cavity. Okay, oh, we got another one. We got a really, this one's in there, okay? You're patting. Do you pat? Do you feel? What do you do? These are questions you might need to answer. Could you pack a wound? With combat gauze supplied in your kit, blind. Can you do it with your eyes? Can you do it with somebody screaming, somebody resisting? Do you know how to basically make somebody take their mind off something? Do you know how to basically punch somebody in the face and knock them out if you've got to do that? I've been in a situation once in my life where unfortunately I had to get someone's face and just let them have it and scream and just get them where they were so scared they were shaking because they wouldn't stop moving. I had to scream and yell at this person because baby talking them, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Help's on the way. Okay? Viene una ambulancia. No, there's points where sometimes got to do something different. So stuff like this that Phokus Research Group is doing is really cool. I think they're on version 2.0 now. But I tell you that to tell you this. Medical stuff is always going to be different. When the rubber hits the road, I want to have all the faith in the world in my skills, my equipment, and my application, okay? If not, I want to surround myself with people that I know have that skill set, okay? It's a running joke with some people I know, but if the world ends and we got to go start our own little village, what do you bring to the table? Are you a paramedic? Are you an EMT? Are you a marksman? Are you a marksman? Do you have guns? Well, guess what? Everyone's got guns. Are you good with your guns? Can you hunt? Can you fish? Can you skin a mule deer? All those questions. Okay? Pertinent questions. People like Phokus Research Group are giving you those. They're literally wrapping it. They might as well put a bow on it. But can you deploy this kit? Do you know what an occlusive dressing is? Do you know what a decompression needle is? Do you know where to use it? Do you know why to use it? Do you know when not to use it? These are questions you need to ask. And if you don't know, find the answer. It's not that difficult, okay? But if I go to somebody in my group that has one of these plate carriers on, the first place I'm going to look, if I know they all have one of these, is I'm going to pull theirs out and I'm going to use theirs, okay? Because now I know where everyone's is. Do you run one on a battle belt? Where do you run yours? Obviously on this plate carrier, okay? When I have this, usually red means medical and my stuff. A lot of people's stuff, that's why like S-TAC, for example, does that one red like that. Red means medical, first aid, bright red cross, you know, first aid, medical. But do you know for a fact that this is my medical kit? Do you know which kit this is? Because this kit was designed to work in unison with something or with something, meaning this kit has lacking components. There's certain things that are not in this kit because this is a rip off, tear off. You handle you, dude. I got to keep pushing forward. This is a shooting kit. This is a visiting bad things to bad people kit. Okay? Well, what if we're in my car? Where's my medical kit in this? How many components, how many bags are you going to have to go through? How many zipper compartments are you going to have to go through to find my medical kit in there? Well, what if I'm using this kit? Yeah, it's one big zipper, but I got a bunch of other stuff in here, dude. What's in here? Do we know what's in here? Do we know where it is? How cool is it that if you're wearing a plate carrier, you know exactly where this person's kit is at all times? Phokus Research Group, okay? Check them out. The kit that I prefer has these zippers. I just like being able to use the kit and put my own stuff in it, okay? Not the sealed kit. Me personally, when I'm in law enforcement duty and I have my standard vest on, okay, and you're just sitting there sweating and sweating and sweating, yeah, if you can shell out the buku dollars for the completely hermetically sealed waterproof kit, yeah, great. But if you can't, and you've got to go with the sealed tearaway kit, great kit, okay, great kit. They've done the research for you, okay. That being said, how are you going to carry this stuff? Okay, go check out SOE equipment. Okay, they're made in the USA, 100%. Bad dudes doing great work. Been in the industry for a very long time. John, I appreciate your input today on a random YouTube comment that inspired me to kind of put some more stuff out there. But more to come from 4PO, guys. It's just been a crazy year or two. As you know, I'm busy with some other stuff and just doing 3 or 4 different things, wearing so many hats is getting to the point where even now it's a little difficult, but we're going to keep videos coming. I appreciate you guys. Okay. We all kind of have like-minded mindsets. You know, I try not to talk down to you guys. I try to talk at you guys and kind of be one with you guys. I love when you guys comment and you're like, hey dude, this part of your kit sucks. Or hey dude, this part of your kit's awesome. Or hey, where'd you get that? Because that's stuff that, you know, this is what we do. You know, we're all passionate about this stuff. So obviously, you know, I don't want to be by myself on an island. I'd like to have people with me. I'd like to have friends with me. I'd like to have colleagues with me. Nobody wants to do this stuff alone. Okay, if we watched football one-on-one, one person versus another person, it kind of get boring. Sometimes you just need to have a team, okay? So that being said, we're all a team. We're all family. And I really hope that moving forward, this country goes to a different direction, man. Not trying to get political, but it's 2022 now. This is the first video of the new year. It took me 43 minutes into the new year before I had a giant ball of stress shoved directly right here from some personal stuff. But, you know, it's just like nowadays you are constantly getting beat down. If you turn on the news, turn on the media, you get on Facebook, go online, go to your garage, go to your man cave, go downstairs, look at your kit, pull some stuff out of the kit. The next time you want to get on Facebook or YouTube and see what other crap people are trying to lodge down your throat, pull out your kit, go through your kit, see what batteries have leaked because they're no good anymore. See what, you know, hand sanitizers expired. See when your batteries expire. Go through your kit, okay? Seems to be a recurring theme here. There's a reason for it. Go through your medical stuff. I'm Rob with 4PO.